Hey y'all, this is your girl Big La or La, and tonight we're gonna be having a discussion with Jas and Born Rich. And I do want to thank y'all for listening to our podcast tonight, and welcome to We Grown over here. And yeah, so what I want to do first is I do want to take the time out to allow my mods to introduce themselves, and also just let y'all know a little bit about how they enjoyed the group and what they think about the group thus far. And then we will get into the topic tonight, which is going to be toxic relationships. So, what I'll go ahead and do is allow Jas to introduce herself and tell us what you like about the group, Jas.
Hey y'all, I'm Jas. I guess my favorite thing about the group is just, the open discussion. I like people I can just kind of talk to about whatever and get their input
Hello,
on it.
hello.
Listen to him because I'm a little bit younger than everybody else in the group, so I kind of like the feedback that I get from the things that I say and what my viewpoint can be on some things. That's probably my favorite part about the group. But yeah, I'm cool people. I'm very
I'm
open.
back.
I'm
I'm
very
back. I'm
loud.
back. I'm back.
Shh,
I'm
we
back.
know. Hush. I'm very loud. I'm very opinionated, and I cuss a lot. That's what we all gonna get to know about me. That's what Jas is.
And we here for it. We love it. Okay, thank you, Jas. And now we do have the Ruly interrupting Born Rich. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the group and tell them why you like We Grown over here. Born.
Things people say I am, I am. Um, Most definitely a leader, a go-getter, determinationer. That's not even a word, but I'm gonna put it in a dictionary one day. I love coming over here because I like the diversity of everybody. Because everybody is totally different though. You have opinionated people. You also have people who like to sit back and just like read the comments and learn. And the views and the opinions are different, which makes it a better chat room than any other one because we get to share our experience, we get to listen to each other, and we also get to disagree to agree. So it's most definitely one of the reasons that I stay coming inside this group chat right.
Thank you. Well, I do want to say, first of all, I do appreciate y'all for actually taking time to be my mods. I know I have five, but I only have both of you here present today. So I do want to thank y'all because I do understand that you both have a lot of other things going on in your life. So to take time out
Not
to
really.
to help me is, I love y'all for that.
I ain't got nothing
But I
on
do want to give y'all a little background on why I did start the group.
you.
Because I have been wanting to do a podcast. So, in order for me to actually build my viewing and stuff like that, I wanted to start a group to kind of do, build that and be ready to come out and talk to people. And then I love having conversations, discussions with people. Sometimes I'm right, a lot of times I'm wrong. It's okay, but I'm gonna stand on my shit. But yeah, I really do appreciate y'all a lot. So, what we can go ahead and do is we can get into what we're going to talk about tonight. And I also want to let the viewers know that I will post the link. I'm happy to have y'all come up if you want to state your, opinion. Hey, we can't, nothing is wrong, nothing is right. So, you can come up and do that. I will allow people to come up and have this discussion with us. So, with that being said, today we're going to be talking about toxic relationships. So, before we begin, I do want to kind of help people understand what toxic relationships are. So, toxic relationships are any relationships between people who don't support each other, where there's conflict, and when one seeks undermining the other. So basically, trust plays a big part, jealousy plays a big part, just undermining the other person definitely plays a big part in being in toxic relationships. But also there are a couple of traits that I did pick out that does come with that as well, which is the lack of trust. A big one is controlling behavior. And the huge one that played a part with me was just feeling drained. So we can go ahead and get started with talking about toxic relationships. If y'all have any background or any experiences that y'all want to talk about in regards to toxic relationships, the floor is open. So, Jazz, do you want to lead, or Born, do you want to lead with the conversation?
I'll leave. That's fine.
Okay.
Um, so first, as far as toxic relationships go, that's rough. Simply because I know what both sides of toxic relationships look like. I've been the toxicity, and I've also experienced it, and it took me a lot of maturing to understand how it was how it was me that was being the problem. But a lot of times, ooh, stop walking and talking at the same time. A lot of times I feel like the person who is the toxicity in said situation doesn't realize it because no one's ever told them they're wrong or wrong for the things that they're doing. So they don't see it as toxic, they see it as normal. Um it's a scary place to be. It's on the receiving end of the toxic because you're there's a part of you that wants to be there so bad that you don't want to let it go. And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships. I'm talking about platonic friendships. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about work relationships. I'm talking about just relationships in general. You get to this place where you're comfortable with a person or a situation. And so even when you can recognize and realize the toxic behavior, it's something about them that you don't want to let go of. So that toxic, while it should be the thing that simply makes you walk away, it doesn't.
Right.
And
You become complacent, pretty
you
much.
become really complacent,
Right.
but not even that. You become a shadow of who you really are. Because
Mm.
I truthfully feel like if you stay in a situation that you know is not good for your mental or physical health, you stay in a place that is I mean, the word is toxic tonight. So if you stay in a toxic place by choice, you become a shadow of yourself because you're not being true to yourself. You're not
Right.
being true to the needs that you have. Because at the end of the day, any relationship is a give and take. And when it becomes toxic, when it's all I give, I give, I give, and you give me nothing in return.
Mm. Yeah,
And
I
that,
can definitely say I'm guilty of being in a toxic relationship.
yeah, me
And
too.
I did stay because I was complacent and I didn't want to leave the situation because we built so much. But I know,
Yeah.
I knew I shouldn't have been there or stayed, but I did.
And I think a lot of times, from a woman's standpoint, I think a lot of times we are the nurturing type and the loving type, so we want to fight, 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 fight. Like, I know you're not good for me, but I love you. Like,
Right.
we don't know. It's hard for us as women to love from over here, although we know I need to love you from way, 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 way over here because you're not good for me. This ain't good for me. I can remember a time where our real life was physically
Mm.
sick, like
Me
going to the
too, girl.
hospital, going to the doctor,
Yeah.
couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I got away from that person, boy. You would have thought I was the picture of perfect health.
Hmm.
It
And
really
you know
happened.
what? What's crazy is during my experience, I was in a deep dark place. I did, experience a lot. I went through depression, anxiety. I was having panic attacks.
Real.
Being in a toxic situation does lead you to mental health issues. And I basically had to go on my own to seek therapy and stuff like that because I was so tired of being in that space. But
Right.
I do have to admit and be accountable and say I did play a part in the toxicity, so it's kind of like you did something to me, and because hurt people,
Hurt people
of
hurt
course
people.
I felt like I had to hurt you back, but in a different way.
Yeah.
So I do want to say that I was guilty of it too, so it just made the situation even more darker, and it just led to a whole bunch of hurt. And I was a person that I didn't like. I was angry all the damn time. I
You
was
start
mad every day.
yourself in that shit.
Yeah,
You lose yourself, and
you
then it
do.
becomes, like I said, you become a shadow of yourself. Then you start questioning, who are you really at this point? Because
Right.
your mind has gone through so many changes, and depending on what the toxicity is, you might have just completely changed your mental state on what things are supposed to look like. So now you have this
Hmm.
altered reality instead of what it really could and should be. And
And
I
you know
just think
what,
Whose
Jazz?
for
fault is it who stays in a relationship if it's toxic? If you know from the get go, if you know that, I feel like this. If you know, because I've been toxic and I've been in a toxic relationship,
hmm
but I'm also smart enough to know that the toxic relationship that I was in, that I wasn't the reason. It was instantly was, oh, I don't like this. I know how it's going to end up. I'd rather go ahead and um end it now and start the healing process if it's a toxic relationship. And that and listen, when I say I've been toxic, I'm talking about I've been toxic on like relationship with women. I've been toxic with relationship with my friends. I have been toxic with relationships with my family.
So can I ask a question?
Talk to me.
Do you feel like you're the problem or you're the
Hell
common
yeah. I'm
denominator?
90. Listen, one thing about me, I will always keep it real because people don't like to point the finger at themselves. Me, I love it. That's the first person I always talk to. I'm 95% of the reason
Mm.
every time. Because once somebody does something to me that I'm not cool with, I automatically shut down. And automatically shut down come with, I don't want to really talk to you no more. I don't really care what you have to say anymore. I'm mentally and physically shutting down. And like I said, that goes from family, friends, or relationships. But
you know what?
I'm okay with saying that. But also I know when to turn around and exit before I make it, before mentally I think that this is something that's supposed to happen.
Okay.
Like just because I love you doesn't mean that I can't distance myself from you. Of course it'll hurt. We all know love will hurt. But we also know that the feeling of being at peace,
Right.
the feeling at being at peace and the feeling of just mentally and physically clocked out of a relationship, a friendship, or a family member, but you constantly keep surrounding yourself around this person is crazy to me.
Yeah.
But you know, one thing I've noticed, like, I'm glad that we're able to hear a male's perspective, but you got to
Mhm.
understand we are two different humans. Like females live off emotions.
We
So
thrive in that.
we get to the point where we have faith, we have hope, like stuff like that. And with y'all, it's all, the mental might not be all there. So it's easier for y'all to walk away versus where we feel
It's
like we're
not
stuck.
easier. It's not
It's a
easier.
lot
And I'm gonna say
easier for
this.
men to
Yeah.
compartmentalize
And
things.
I'm gonna say
And so
this.
you put one part in it, like you can take your mental and your physical away from each other. And like you were saying, it's easy for you to separate even when you love somebody.
Hmm.
We can't we
It's not
we
that easy.
we when we realize that there's a problem, we go into protection mode. We go into fight or flight. Whereas when y'all see a problem, you leave.
Not
You
true.
see what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
No, not true. Not true at all. We
Not
just
true
listen.
always, but it is true for some people.
No, well, I'm gonna say this. I'm talking about real love. It was not easy for me to walk away from somebody who I love who's being toxic. It's not easy for me to walk away. Only reason it might look easy is because I'm a man. But I
Yeah,
have
because y'all
emotions.
compartmentalize. We don't do that as well as women. We don't.
No,
We do
we
not
but
do it.
y'all show it on y'all sleeve. Like women
We
show it instantly.
vocalize. We
Yeah,
Yeah.
instantly.
vocalize.
I'm I will go to work and still be mad at what's going on. Whatever I'm doing, it's still gonna hurt me. I'm not gonna say, all right, you toxic, I'm toxic, and then when I walk out the door, it's instantly a brand new life for me. I mean, if you build something with someone on whatever type of relationship it is, even if it goes sour, it's still going to be an emotion. It's still an emotion and a feeling. It's just a woman at times will express herself, and a man at times express himself in a totally different way. A lot of women think it's easy for a man
So
to
is that it
move
really
on.
expressing themselves, or because
Yes.
a lot of men mental y'all bottle up a lot of stuff when women we vocalize what the problem is.
Yeah, we
No,
like to
So
head
I feel
on.
like if I'm
yeah,
missing, if a situation occurs and me and the person got to tie, we got to wash our hands with each other and we got to walk away. And this is somebody that I have created a foundation, a bond with, whatever. If this somebody who, we done made future plans and now, things have changed and we got to walk away from each other. Most definitely, the way that I will get through it, it might be I might go more harder in my work and say, you know what, I'm not going to even entertain a situation right now. I'm gonna just focus on my job or focus on my career, whatever you got going on. You see
You
what
know,
I'm
what you
right.
saying?
said sound like compartmentalizing.
Men do that, but men do that.
Yeah, but
Men get a
that's all I said is that it's easier for y'all to do that than us, and
no,
we
but
thrive
I'm
off
still
of.
grieving. But I'm still grieving though.
But we
Listen,
don't see that.
but you don't supposed to see it because
Yes, we
everybody.
are.
No. Hold on, no. Just because I make you look, just because I'm toxic, and then we end up out of each other's life. You don't want to see me. What you want to see me crying every day? Can't
I don't want
walk,
to see
going
you
to the
crying every
hospital.
day, but I do want to know that you care. I do.
No,
Yeah,
I
no.
guess I
absolutely.
don't want to
Okay,
see you hurt. I don't want to see you upset, but I don't want either one of us to be upset. And
yeah,
the
but a
fact that
care.
I'm over here, I'm damn near finna pass out, and you
Acting
went to
like you
work
don't
like
give a
nothing
fuck.
just happened in the house.
Yeah.
I can't. That shit
No, when
works
But
you
you
for
know
hey,
what, Jazz? That bothers me too because I feel like you're dismissing my feelings at
I
that
feel
point.
like
but
I'm
we're
being
not though. But we are
dismissed.
not
But
dismissing your
you
feelings.
have to understand, Born,
We
like
just
that's how
moving
we
different.
feel. That's how we
Yes, I
feel. Like when we
understand it.
bring something to your attention and you ignore it, we feel like you're dismissing our feelings.
But
And that just
ignoring it.
makes the situation worse because you ain't doing nothing but creating a hurt person. And by dismissing them all the time, it's just making the situation more toxic when y'all can communicate. But see, y'all sit up there and y'all bottle everything in and try to act loud,
No,
nonchalant, and don't care. That it
no,
just
that's
creates
not
a
it.
bigger issue.
That's not it.
That's how
Crying
we see it,
inside.
though.
I'm crying inside. I does not mean that I got to physically, emotionally show you, that hey, I'm crying too. But most definitely, y'all making key points. If we got to, you know, if you got to tell, if I got to see you, crying or in a type of, you know, situation because of me, most definitely I will try to show you that I do care. It just won't be at times. You women got to understand this. Please stop thinking that how you feeling and how you're crying is how the other person's supposed to be grieving.
But we know that. But what we can't get past is how y'all act like y'all don't give a fuck. And we cannot help the fact that we care more. Well, it appears that we care more because y'all do not show or vocalize your emotions. So it makes us feel like you don't give a
You
fuck,
don't.
even if you do. Even if you do, but because you dismissive or you're nonchalant about the situation, you're doing nothing but making us feel bad about the situation. And it just creates a bigger issue. And
Yeah,
that's what makes everything toxic because you're making that person, you're damaging that person and you hurting that person. So guess what that hurt people do? They try to
definitely.
hurt you bad.
Women and men just handle issues differently. That's really what it boils
But
down to.
some women,
And
but it's some hard women out there, and it's some men who handle it like how you guys are explaining it. But you gotta understand, man, it's a billion people in this world, man. Everybody's gonna move different. I most definitely feel like this though. I think you guys are on point because I have been in that situation where somebody have told me feel like, well, have made me feel like I didn't care about what they was going through. But I really did though. You know what I'm saying? I really did. I just wasn't showing my emotion like that. And it could go back for me. Cause when we in trouble or we done did something to something or whatnot, when we was little, we was taught by our brothers, our uncles, our fathers to, shut up,
Man up.
man up.
man up.
You
Right.
know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Listen, y'all, I'm not going anywhere, but I'm gonna put y'all on hold just for a second.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I
Jazz, but I definitely agree with how we as women take it. Like we are emotional creatures, some beings. So it's like they don't get it. But they gotta understand y'all are just creating a bigger problem by being dismissive.
And even if you're not intentionally being dismissive, that's how it comes out, and that's how
Right.
it shows up to us. So now we feel like, oh, it's fuck me. Oh, if it's fuck me, it's
It's
definitely
fuck
fuck you.
you. Right. Right. So we're gonna try everything in our power to hurt you because you hurt
Yeah,
us.
yeah, because I can definitely say that I I try so hard, and I think that's another reason why I'm not in a relationship right now. I got to think about get back. If you go low, I'm going to
Mm.
hell real quick.
But you know what's so crazy about that, Jazz? I have in my previous experiences, I have been verbal and hit below the belt because you're just because you physically do something like cheat. I'm not a cheater, so it's kind of like I use my words to
I got
kind
to
of
get back
hurt
at you
you,
somewhere else. Yeah,
right? So I'm
but
like,
I'm that way. I can
yeah.
be that way. It depends on the situation for me because it depends on what you did to me. What you did to me then determines for me what I'm doing back. But like I said, I got to think about get back. I got to think about it. I literally have to get you back now, and then I can calm down. But I'm gonna hold a grudge until I get your ass back.
But you know that comes with growth because I used
It
to be like
does.
that. I used to be like that, but now I'm so protective of my energy.
Help your peace. Yeah, you gotta be.
Yeah, I just can't like certain things I just don't let bother me anymore. I know it looks like I appear like I come, it just had to keep happening. But
Yeah,
sometimes I have to straighten the issue, but it's like I don't know, I just don't like my energy affected anymore. Like I pay attention now to red flags. Red flags are real big to me. If it's something I know I cannot deal with for a long time, I'm
you
not
won't
gonna
deal
deal
with it,
with it. I'm
right?
cutting it off
And
because it's pointless.
it is, and I think I really do appreciate the people I've surrounded myself with in life. One, because I pretty much make sure that everyone I'm close to is older than me, for the simple fact that y'all are gonna teach me something out of an experience and not know it. You'll tell me something, and I am the type to analyze the shit out of something, overthink it sometimes. Most of the time, I'm an overthinker for sure,
Me
and
too.
so I think that's where I get that complex from because I've already had this conversation with myself before I even had it with you. So now I think I know what your response is gonna be. Now I think I know what your next move is gonna be. So now I gotta get you
But the crazy part is we still set ourselves up for disappointment.
every time, every
Every time we
time,
already know what the response is gonna be, we already know what the action is gonna be, but
because
we
we know who
still
we're
go,
dealing with.
yeah, but we still approach it like it's crazy. Like I'm very guilty
And
of that.
that right there is what makes us toxic back, and we don't. It
Absolutely.
it took a lot of growing in me to realize that, like that right there, having to get somebody for what they did to you instead of addressing the situation and then choosing to continue or move on. Woo,
Yeah, just makes
that's
you
gonna be rough
toxic.
for me in my next relationship
But
because I'm gonna. And my real hope is that I don't end up in a relationship where it's going to end up in a toxic place. Do I think there are a lot of situations that can end up toxic? Yes, but I don't think you always
mhm.
have to be. I
But that's the
definitely don't.
thing though. I feel like you can be headed towards that way, but it takes two people to fix that.
Yeah, it does.
Sometimes when when you're in a toxic relationship, it's always one-sided. Sometimes both people can be toxic, but what I'm trying to say is it can be one-sided when it comes to fixing the issue.
Yeah, it'll be like, I want to fix this, I want to fix this, I want to fix this. And it's like, in response is, do what you want. What?
Yeah, or I'm
What you
not
mean?
ready, or you being
Or
non or
I don't want to talk
dismissive.
about it.
Right, right.
And it's,
And
I don't know, women and men are different, but I am very thankful that I heard a man's perspective because we as women we don't get that a lot. We
we
don't
don't.
always hear what that
How
looks like
y'all
on y'all.
feel? Right.
Like where you say you care, we see I don't give a fuck.
Right, because I'm an overthinker as well. So if you're dismissing me and you're doing all this, I'm automatically going to overthinking. I'm thinking
Yeah,
all kind of different scenario, and it's kind of like when I'm so simple and it all you have to do is communicate. But see, that's what I think men mess up at is when we bring the issue to you and you don't try to help fix it. And
You
then when
don't
we keep
even.
talking and talking, it becomes
Yeah.
nagging and bitching, but we're
Yeah.
really giving you the problem.
I'm really just trying to get through this with you before I choose to get through this without you.
Right.
Because once I decide to start getting through it without you, I'm done. I'm out of it. I've heard my whole life that women
Yeah.
leave you
Once
mentally
you
way
done, you
before you
done.
physically. And that has always been true, at least for myself. I will leave you mentally and still be sitting right there with you talking about, baby, I
Yep.
love you.
Yep.
I sure
You're right.
will. And then when I finally get the balls to move on, oh, I was done with you months ago. I'm just now
Mm-hmm.
telling you that. And
Yep.
I think toxicity boils down to communication too. I definitely think communication.
It does.
Is that me making that noise? That tapping noise? Do you hear
I
that?
I don't.
Okay, well maybe it's my phone. I'll fix that in a second. But yeah, I just think that it comes down to communication. Really, really,
It does. Because we as women, we're simple. Like all we
we
ask
are.
is for you to express reassurance is really, really big. Like you don't even understand. Like say for instance,
Yeah.
somebody do go cheat on you. You might want to stay and fix the problem. You know what I mean?
Like
But
what did I do to make you want to cheat on me?
right.
Now I want
But
to
then
know so I can fix that, so I can stop doing that, so you can stop trying to leave me.
but let's say y'all get past that and you understand what the issue is and you working on that issue. But the thing about it is they're not trying to tell you. Let's just back up and say they don't communicate what the issue is.
Yeah.
That just causes a problem mentally.
It does, mentally and physically, because when your mental is off, your physical is, and I'm gonna say that for the rest of my life. If your mental is not right, your physical won't be either. And if we're not mentally compatible in this moment in this situation, we're not gonna get anywhere else.
Yeah.
We're
But you
not.
know, one thing I do want to say, Jazz, like wasting time and years in a toxic situation. That is, I don't know.
It's probably worse than just leaving.
It's worse. You
That hurt got to
know,
be
like
worse.
year two, it ain't work, but you stay for 5 years. Like,
Whew. And we
but I
will,
mean,
because
yeah, we
we go
do.
into fight mode, we go into protect mode, and so we trying to protect what we got. We trying to protect it, and so we go into this. I don't know why we as women do that, but we go into this mode where we gotta save it. We have this really weird savior complex that I've never really understood about us, but
Mm.
it's a thing. It's a thing. We gotta save it. We gotta
Because we're
fix it.
women. We're
It's
women.
who we are.
Yeah. And I'm naturally nurturing. And
Yeah.
and you know, it's a lot of traits that I don't like about myself. Like I want to be the type of person be like, fuck it, but I'm not. My heart is not like that.
You know what? I hate to blame stuff on your zodiac, but I really do think I probably say that a lot, but I
It's
really do
real.
think that some stuff is real for a
It is.
zodiac. And
Mm-hmm.
while I'm an Aquarius and we're known for being nonchalant, don't really give a damn, do what you want. We're kind of
Y'all don't.
what's the word I want to use? We're eccentric. We are some weird people. I can tell you that, and I am one. But I'm also a Cancer moon, so
Okay.
I'm a pariah.
Emotional,
Yeah, I'm a pariah when
nurturing.
it comes. Yeah, I'm a crybaby. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably the one Aquarius that I know that is actually the bucket of water that our sign carries.
Mm.
Now you're not gonna meet a lot of Aquariuses who do that. Like every Aquarius I know, and most that I've ever heard somebody talk about when they describe that person, they didn't give a damn. And I'm over here like I give 100% of a damn, and then 10 extra% because what?
Right.
We done? We done right now? We're done with this right now? Oh, I'm not.
That's your Cancer trait.
Yeah, that's that Cancer in me. Like
That's the Cancer. Yeah, because
I'm not done with this.
we don't give up like that. Like I'm real big on Cancer. Like I believe every trait about my sign. Every trait. I'm emotional. I wear
Yeah,
my heart's on my sleeve. You know, I'm in my feeling. I vocalize my emotions a lot. Some people see it as like, oh my gosh, you know, but I don't see it that way.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
problem solving for me. Like me vocalizing my feelings helps me.
you know what? It definitely is something that helps because when I don't say it if I bottle something up, I'll be sick. I'll be sick. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta tell you what it is because if I don't, I'm not the type to let something fester to let it sit, let it just. I don't just let stuff go. I don't even have that in me. I
Yeah,
can't like that. I wish I had that attribute where I could just say fuck it. I wish I could,
that's the cancer in you, girl. Cause
but I can't.
I want to be like that so bad, but I can't. My heart
I
just don't let me be like that. I just
nope. And like you said, you will definitely wear it on your sleeve. And what I'm telling you is, whatever I'm feeling, you gonna know. You
you gonna
you
say
you gonna
it.
know. You gonna see. I ain't
Yep.
even have to say it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's on
I
me.
can't bottle I cannot bottle it up. I'm just
Nope.
sorry. I have to vocalize my emotions.
I'm gonna
I just
definitely
have
tell
to
you.
tell you how I feel. I'm
Now,
sorry.
I will say this. I do have a limit to my emotions. Like I'll tell you what's going on, and I'll probably repeat myself. Although I hate repeating myself to grown folks, I'll probably repeat myself. But what I won't do is repeat myself so many times and continue to feel like I'm not being heard.
Mm.
Like I can't do that with you.
Well, Jazz,
That much you learn to me.
we did have a couple comments.
Okay, what were they?
I do know that I hope I'm saying her name was Tisa. She said for years she lied to herself saying if I give a person what they want, they will see they don't have to be. But in the end, it fueled them to be even more toxic because their toxic traits got them what they needed from another person. And that's true. And that comes with gaslighting and being
Yes.
narcissistic because people will do stuff to you and then when you react to it will call you crazy and blame you, and that's that gaslighting shit, and I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
hate that.
I hate that just simply because you know what, I hate gaslighting now because I remember a time in my life and it took me a lot of growing up to realize it. But there was a time in my life where all I did was gaslight somebody.
Mm.
I was a
I cannot
projector.
stand to be gaslighted. Like, oh my, I would tell a person like, don't gaslight me.
Yeah, I didn't even know what it was. I was just out here doing it. I didn't hear the word gaslight till like 3 years ago. Up until up until then, I was just I did. When I tell you, like I said, I'm a give back person. Well, I did this because you did that every time. Yeah, I was a gaslighter. I was a projector. Like you was got to feel me, and now I look at it like that is a really ineffective communication. Like you can't think you got your point across this way.
Right.
You cannot sit up here and feel like everything you needed to say was said with this.
Mm. And you know what's so crazy? Narcissists and manipulators are so huge right now.
Yeah,
It's crazy how people will play on your emotions just to make themselves feel better. It's real crazy.
yeah, that is true. And I really feel like a lot of people don't realize that they're doing it. I think that humans as a whole are creatures of habit. So, like, if no one corrects a behavior, I know, especially for me, if you don't make me stop, I'm gonna keep on. Like,
Mm.
I'm gonna keep on doing that. If you don't tell me I'm getting irritated by this, or I don't like that you said this, did that. I didn't like the way it came out your mouth. If you don't tell me, I promise you, I'm gonna keep on doing it. I'm gonna keep on until it becomes toxic, and then now you done with me, and I'm like, well, what's the problem?
Right.
Now that's probably the Aquarius in me, because baby, we gonna keep going. We gonna keep going.
Mm. Yeah, that's a little toxic, Jazz.
It is. But I mean, I can admit to being toxic now.
Me
Now,
too.
do I think that I'm gonna continue those traits? No, because I worked very, very hard
To get where you are.
to
Yeah.
get where I am, and it first of all, it takes a grown person to be able to say someone's been toxic to me, but I've also been toxic too.
Absolutely.
takes a lot of growth to say that. No. Well, in the moment, nope. I did not see it as toxic. I saw it as me minding my goddamn business and you was pissing me off. I sure did.
Mm.
That was my reaction to you pissing me off every time. No, that's not true. You were being toxic because you didn't have to handle that way. But I
So
mean,
would you say that was a part of your control? Because we do know that that's one of the traits, controlling.
yeah, probably. I
Understood.
have I really used to be a control freak, so you
Mm.
definitely
Makes
a
sense.
control thing for me. If I wasn't the person who made all the decisions about it, it wasn't going. That wasn't how it's going down.
We see you.
Yeah, no, no. If I can't control everything about this situation, everything in this situation, anybody involved in the situation, I don't want to do it.
Born, you got to unmute yourself.
Is he
I
talking to
can't
me?
unmute you.
Fact, fact. But listen, when you say that, I do that too. But do you ever give yourself? Do you ever say, okay, before I take control, I am going to see who else going to be able to take control?
Now, yes. Back
No,
in the
back
day,
then.
oh, back then, no. Fuck that.
See that I was more. Well, I'm not saying that nothing's wrong with what you said, but when I was young, I felt like I already knew I was a leader. I knew I take stuff too far. Like if we say we're gonna do this, I'm gonna try to be the best at it,
Yeah.
and I want to be. I'm very, very strong like that. Like I think that's one of my traits, like one of my strong points. So I will let somebody else. I might be like, hey, let's do this, let's do this. And I'm gonna see how quick they can try to handle whatever I just said. But if they can't, then I'm gonna take control. And once I take control, it's never letting go. I'm gonna control every situation, every moment, possibly that I can. Because you already
See,
showed me that you can.
I wasn't even the type to give you the room to show me you can't. I just said I will. Now, being that I have to, now that I am the type of person who will actually think through a decision before I just jump into it, yeah, I definitely want somebody. I am a, I know what it is. I was never a team player. I was never a team fucking player. I might have said I was. I might have. I know how to sell ice to an Eskimo, so I probably presented that I was. I probably came off as the type of person who can handle that. Nope, that was
Couldn't
a lie.
handle it.
I couldn't handle that shit.
But you
Let
know
somebody
what?
else
Me
take
either.
control.
I have to admit, like it's a lot of stuff I could not handle. But
Yeah,
I've
and
grown as a person.
you
Like,
gotta grow as a person first
yeah.
before some of that shit click to you.
But you know what I've noticed though? Men take a longer time growing mentally, but women take a lot of time growing emotionally.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
lot of stuff that we cannot accept when we're younger. Like it is.
it's a lot. It's a lot that we can't accept. I know it's some stuff I'm still currently growing out of. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I think I am today who I was 5 years ago? Hell no. Because 5 years
Me
ago, me
either.
probably would, baby. 5 years ago, me probably would have been a piss off. I know I was.
So what's
And
different now? So let me ask you a question. So what's different now? From
I
5
think.
years ago to 2022 now,
A
what has
lot.
Jazz, what
Mm,
have Jazz now said, you know what, let me change the way I was thinking. What made you say that?
now I'll think before I speak. Number one. Number two, I'm not afraid to let some. I used to have a really big problem with asking for, or I not even just asking for help. I had a problem with the fact that I needed the help. Like when I say I was a control freak, I don't need you or nobody else for shit. I don't,
So you was
and I
prideful.
did. And
Mm.
I really needed somebody. And not even to say that I didn't have somebody. I had somebody. And I pushed them away because I kept on perpetuating and kept on presenting this control freak side of me. And
Mm-hmm.
so I definitely think that's changed because when I say I'm leaning, I'm a lean every time. I'm a lean towards you, on you, with you, around you. No, we are a team and we got to do this together. Otherwise, it is going to do exactly what everything else does, crumble.
So now your next relationship and whatever, you're okay with taking the back seat.
What? Backseat? I be in the trunk. Fuck you talking about? in the
That's
trunk.
good.
You said you got it. I'm gonna let you have it.
That's good.
And if you prove that you don't got it, no, actually, no, I'm not gonna take a back seat. I lied. I'm not.
No,
But I
always.
will be in your passenger side. I will do that.
Ride
I mean, I
shotgun at
figured.
all
Yeah,
times.
I
Yeah,
figured that.
I will be in that passenger side. Don't worry, the Glock loaded. Like every time, I'm ready.
But you know how when you let somebody like this is me, you know I'll let you drive the car. I'm with you though. I'm gonna sit in that passenger seat and I'm ready. And you know how you ever been in a vehicle with somebody and they driving and you almost like dozing off a little bit, and once you wake up, you gotta tap them and be like, "Hey man, if I ever gotta tap you and like, hey man,
Yeah.
just go on and pull over. I'm going to drive for the rest of, you know, God sees fit
Because it's
for
a
this right here.
team. Right.
But I am a team. But listen though, what I do learn for myself now is to be a team player because it is hard for me to be a team player, even in my friendship. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm still. I tell people this: don't beat yourself up if you're not perfect. Don't beat yourself up if you're not perfect. Only thing I tell people this though: if you learn and you start, saying, okay, look, I'm gonna better myself this way, then just really start doing it. Cause I gotta do it every day. Cause I still have problems. Like I still want to control my relationships. I still want to control my friendships. I want to control, but now also I still go back how I used to think, and I go back to now and be like, okay, let me just take a step back and let them take the lead.
Well, Born, I do want to answer the question that you asked Jazz about why do I see things different now. I'm gonna be honest, like when I was in my 20s, I probably dated a lot more people, but in my 30s, I've only dated one person.
Mm.
And in my last relationship, I learned a lot about myself. It didn't have, it had a lot to do with what we went through, but I learned a lot about myself as far as how I handle situations, how I can, you know, not allow people energy to control me, how to like, not be so aggressive and shit like that. I know I can be, but it's like I've calmed down a lot. Like I've learned so much
Yeah, yeah,
in that
fact.
relationship because I grew and I had to take time while I'm single. I had to
What made
take
you grow the
time.
pain?
What made me grow is seeing myself toxic
Yeah, you
and
gotta
being
see that in
hurt
yourself first
and
before you.
being deep. Like I was drinking wine and shit every day.
Yeah, okay.
I was self
That was
medicating.
coping. Yeah, that was coping with what
Yeah.
was going on.
And then I went to therapy. Did nobody tell me to go? I went because I knew something was wrong with me. I knew when I was having panic attacks, I knew something was wrong. I ain't never had a panic attack a day in my life until I had one. And I had to wake up and be like, something is fucking wrong.
But
Yeah.
it's good. It's good that we all. It's good that we all can share those type of stories with each other on, the things that triggered you, and then also the things that made you want to change.
Yeah. It's
Because
called
that,
growth.
It's
yeah,
called maturity, and I don't. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people really don't possess that. It's called accountability because at some point
Mm-hmm.
you gotta
yeah.
realize
I
that
leave
you've
my maturity
grown
at the
to.
house sometimes.
Huh?
Sometimes
We know.
I accidentally leave my maturity at the house sometimes. But you know what? I do have it close
Sometimes,
to me at times. What you mean we know?
We
some,
know.
sometimes you leave it at the house.
Yeah, just sometimes. Just sometimes though. Not
Oh,
all.
okay. So when
Yeah.
you say sometimes, you mean that same 95%, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool, 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 cool.
For sure. That's what I mean. But okay, so look, I'm gonna jump something right quick. I'm gonna jump another stuff. Well, not the same topic that we was talking about earlier. I just missed a lot of on toxic relationships. Um, how quick can you identify a toxic relationship?
You know what? When you talk to somebody, I'm gonna say in my younger days, when I talk to somebody, I've noticed certain things, but I ignored it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ignored it instantly because I wanted to talk to this nigga.
I had
But I
someone
knew
else you
for
had
a
going on.
fact that it was toxic.
So
Now that
going
I'm in
into
this new
something is toxic.
stage, it is because sometimes people come with their representatives, so you really don't even know who you really meeting.
Yeah, because sometimes we don't. You know, you know, when you first meet someone and when you're in the beginning, or what do we call it, the honeymoon phase, you're not getting that real person.
Nope.
You got to
Okay,
get
I don't
past that
believe
first
that.
It's
argument.
the representative.
You got
I
to
don't
get
believe
past
that.
that first real bad time between y'all, because in reality, you can fix toxicity if you're willing to get back up from it once it's been addressed. And I can definitely say in my younger days, I was the type to, like you said, ignore. And so I never addressed it. So it was never counted as toxic because I never said anything. It didn't look toxic because it was what we was doing.
So toxic can be a look also. Not it don't gotta be an action, it can be a look also.
It can definitely be something you see before you experience.
Actually, no. Right.
I think so though, because listen, I'm gonna take this then. Is it toxic if a man see a female, right? And she's kind of one of those females that only probably sleep with men with money, right?
Okay, so go digger.
Is that okay? Cool. Well, yeah, go digger.
Tell her what she is. If she only sleep with you because you got money, she'll go digger.
So, but listen though, I'm trying to see the toxic thing. So, him knowing that she's a gold digger and that she's going to expect money out of it, that can be toxic. That's a look,
because
though,
once
right?
you're not providing that, it's gonna become a different issue.
Yeah.
But is that a look? But that's a look because he's looking like I know that I can't afford her like that if I don't pay. She only talk to men who really got
So
something.
are you trying to ask, is that a red flag that you ignored?
Is that a toxic? Is that toxic? Not a red flag, because red flag and toxic is two totally different concepts, right?
No,
Okay.
they wouldn't know. Because I feel like if you see a red flag, you know that person gonna be toxic about something, depending on what you're willing to deal with.
When you first recognize a red flag, that's you first recognizing toxic. It's your option to identify it or to move past it.
Like
and
if you want to deal with
identify
it, right?
Then you didn't consider it toxic. And it may not be that you're not going to identify it later, but at that moment it wasn't toxic, because if it was, you would have identified it and you would have said something.
Yeah.
If it's a problem, if the toxicity is a problem, then it'll be addressed. But
so 90% of us really go, we'll pursue it even though we see red flags.
Yeah,
because we got you.
Honestly, yeah,
we want to know.
I gotta see. I gotta see is the stove hot. I gotta see it.
Yeah, you gotta burn your damn hand.
Okay,
I gotta burn my hand.
What your mama tell you when you was growing up? Don't touch that stove. It's hot. Don't touch that stove. It's hot. And you was like, Mama, I got this. Then you went and burned your goddamn hand off, and now you sitting here crying, talking about Mama, my hand. Right? I told you the stove was hot, didn't I?
Okay, do you believe toxic people can change from being toxic?
Yes.
Oh, okay, dope then, cool.
It's somewhat gross.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I am one.
Me too.
I am one. So yes, I think you can grow from that, because nothing about me today screams 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And granted, I was a child 10 years ago. Shit, I was still
so that's good.
Slick, but
no mug shots or nothing from 5 years ago to now. That's good then.
Yeah, no mug shots hold 35 years. What do you say?
Oh no, I got a mug shot. I definitely got a mug shot. Like,
no, I'm basically saying we should be happy that in the last 5 years Jas has grown, because if not,
I definitely think that the version of me that anyone comes into contact with today is the best version of me that I've ever been. Literally.
Okay, cool.
That's nice.
I'm still looking for the best version of me. I think somebody told me the best version of me is in California. I don't know. I'm gonna go see.
Don't get me wrong.
But you know, the best version of you, the best version of you is within. You have to sit down and find yourself. It's not location based. It's within you.
It's within,
and you have to find out what your problem is.
It was a joke. I'm bringing humor to it also.
But I'm just letting you know, though, like you do have to start within.
I did a joke because I'm over here dead ass.
Yeah, me too, girl. I'm like,
look, Lau went straight professor on me. Excuse me. No.
But I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience though, because I had to do shadow work. I had to find myself this time I've been single. Because let me tell you, when I was in my 20s, guess what I did to get over a nigga? Found another nigga.
Got up under somebody else?
Real quick. quick.
Real
But
But
now
fucking
ain't
I'm
that
quick.
what you
so
supposed to do though?
No,
no,
no, that
Hold
is
on,
the
let me
most
ask you this.
unhealthiest thing
Hold on, let
I've
me ask
ever
y'all this.
no.
seen.
Okay, let me
Like
ask y'all
getting
ladies
up
this.
under somebody to get over somebody and
Yeah,
heal
because you gonna
yourself.
enter it toxic. You gonna enter it
Hold on,
toxic.
hold on, hold on. Let me ask y'all ladies this. So you telling me when you done with a relationship, it's really a timetable on when you can go back to dating?
It's not a timetable on it, like not a physical timetable, but do I realize that I need to take some time and work on me before
Yep,
I could?
What
Yes.
about if it wasn't
absolutely.
your fault? What about if it wasn't your fault in
I
the
It
still
relationship?
doesn't
feel horrible,
matter. It doesn't matter. You're
especially if it
hurt.
wasn't my fault.
I'm
If it
Right.
moving on
was,
to
it's
next.
probably a
Listen,
shorter time period if it was my fault. If it wasn't my fault, oh, I need a motherfucking moment because now I don't trust
Mm-hmm.
nobody.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
gone with the move. What Beyonce say? I have another you here by tomorrow.
Uh,
And guess what? And I bet you're gonna have another them after that.
But
yeah,
that's not true. That's not true because I know several people. I know several. Listen, I know a lot of different people who have met people on social media 10 years ago when they still together. I met people who instantly went on a first date, had sex on a first date, and they still around. And these are multiple people that I know. So that's not true though, because you never know how love. I believe in love, and you know never know how love comes.
I believe in
Love,
love, but I also believe in healing now. And so, because I now believe in this healing process before I jump into something else, yeah, I'm gonna take that time. I don't care who fault it
yeah,
was.
but when you
What you
healing and that
said.
person, but when you healing, that person who's helping you heal, it could be it could be a mentor, it could be just a close friend that you used to have. But let me tell you something: when you healing and somebody's there for you 100%, that might turn into a relationship too.
It
Hey,
might, but
Born.
I'm definitely at a point where I
Uh,
won't let it.
I have a question. Maria has a question.
Okay, look.
Maria said, you asked this question on your page. Remember the comments? They said they are taking time to heal. So whatever question you asked on your page, she's saying that majority of the comments said they're taking this time to heal once they have been
I
through a
can't remember.
relationship that was toxic.
I can't remember, but yeah, a lot of women will probably take time to heal. And I'm not saying nothing is wrong with healing because, of
You
course,
should.
I think it's
no,
You
man.
I'm
should.
saying, yeah, of course, off the top. Listen, if you feel like when you exiting a relationship and you feel like that, it was
Thanks, Maria.
overwhelming. It was over. Yeah, appreciate that, Maria. Appreciate that running up on me and putting me in my place. Thank you. I needed that. But
Please, because don't nobody
Thank
want
you,
to stay in that
Maria.
place.
Maria, hold on, Maria, don't run up on me like that. Maria really
I
is a
would love to
supporter.
bring Maria up if she would like to come up because I know she would have a great
A
perspective.
lot of she will have a
She's older,
professor.
yes.
She will have a. It's not even about her being older. She thinks she's the mama in this chat line thing right here. That's what she thinks.
But that comes
We
from
we
experience. It
love
comes from
Maria though.
experience. We
We love
do.
Maria.
We
We love
do.
Maria. But listen, what I'm
Ria,
gonna
if you
say
want
this.
to come up, Ria, let me know. And I would definitely. Oh, your reception is awful. Okay.
Yeah, come on. Tell her come on. Tell her the next time we do
She
a
says
meet and
she
greet.
has bad receptions, but definitely I do
But
want you
she
to
can
come up
text
at one
though.
point. Boy, be quiet. Anyway. But yeah,
But
so go
nah,
ahead.
listen. This is what I'm gonna say right here. Of course, I think if you feel like that you need to heal, heal. Please, all for it, heal. But I'm just also
Very
saying that
petty.
who? Hey, it's a
Go
joke.
ahead.
Love you, Maria. It's a joke. Hey man, this can't be a serious hour. It got to be a little humor
No,
in it a
she's
little bit.
joking. She's laughing. She's fine. I'm just reading the comments.
She
Go ahead.
she better be laughing. But I do go back on the topic of what we was talking about. Of course, I want people to heal, but I also want y'all to know that certain people heal different. Also,
We know that everybody's
so
healing
Yeah.
so
process
if I
don't look the
walk out the
same.
door, out of a 5 year relationship, and then that next day I want to hit the club and I want to kick it, and then I want to meet somebody, I can do it.
You gonna
So
jump
let
into
me
a
ask you this.
relationship the
So
next
let me
day after
ask
a
you this.
5 year
That's not
relationship?
baggage. That's only baggage if you emotionally bringing that with you. Some people, some
Mm.
people don't. Some people don't listen. Some people don't pack up their emotions after a relationship. Some people leave their emotion at their front door in a relationship.
So that means you
Everybody
really never gave a fuck,
that
really.
does that don't mean that. Some of y'all women, and I'm gonna say women, I'm gonna take up for y'all right now. A lot of y'all women already mentally and physically clocked out
We
before
mentally
y'all
Yeah,
clock
even
out
walk out.
before we
Before
physically
y'all
that's
even
clock
true.
walk
out.
out the front door. And look,
I agree.
sometimes when y'all walk out the front door, y'all saying, "Man, he should have been gone." You know, y'all be happy. Then that's when y'all, girl, yeah, I'm sick of him, and that's when
Yeah.
y'all start celebrating. That's y'all healing process because
No, we don't
no, not all
automatically
of y'all.
celebrate. We don't automatically
And when I say
celebrate.
celebrate, I'm talking about in a spirit form. I'm not talking about going to strip club in LA and talking to 15 dudes and start answering everybody in your DM. I'm not talking about that celebrate.
Got some
I'm,
real deep connection to California. I'm gonna need you to visit sometime.
I'm
Okay.
actually I go a lot. I haven't been in a minute though, but I'm
Go back real quick.
gonna
Real
go.
country ass nigga.
Go visit them folks,
Why would you say that?
you done brought up California and it
No,
was
why I'm a
like,
country nigga.
Cause you from Tennessee.
baby.
Well, I am from Nashville, Tennessee, East Nashville.
And
If
that's exactly what everybody who's not from Nashville thinks we sound like.
but they know,
Exactly.
but
And
no,
we
no, no.
don't.
Listen, no, no, listen. My friends all over. No, no, my friends all over. They most definitely know that Nashville. They know Nashville straight. But I do get this asked a lot when I'm out of town. They'll say, if I say I'm from Tennessee, the first thing out their mouth is, well, Memphis. And then I'll be like, nah,
Wow.
Nashville. And
I
then,
get
yeah,
Memphis.
we love Memphis. We
Yeah, I
love
get
Memphis
Yeah,
I
we
too.
love Memphis.
though.
We love Memphis, man. We look,
But
we grown and
we have a whole different dialect. Like we don't even they have a different dialect. Like they talk, they say her
They say
and
her.
yeah,
all that. We
and
don't
That
say
mine,
that.
and mine. Hey, mine.
hey man.
Hey,
Yeah.
mine.
I was chill out because I was born in Memphis, and while I only
And
spent
La
like
say,
two
La, you,
seconds,
La from Memphis.
while I only spent 2 seconds from there,
And she go from there.
from there,
But you
this
know what I
motherfucker
did find out that Memphis folks don't like that we say is like it.
Yeah, but what I don't like y'all women say all the time is that it's our fault because ain't nothing our fault. Men have been putting up with you women emotions and different feelings for the longest, and it's
But
time
do
for
y'all
somebody to
really?
step
But do
up, and I'm
y'all
gonna step up.
really? But do y'all really? Because from my understanding, y'all will go to another bitch to get off y'all problems. So do y'all really deal with our emotions, or do y'all use another bitch to get over that?
No, can I be honest? Why a lot of men cheat?
Go ahead, yeah.
Physical. We cheat for the physical.
And we will never understand that.
Y'all cheat for emotion. Women
You're
cheat
right.
more than men too.
I agree.
Women cheat way more than men. Men
Okay, so
and you know
let
what?
me ask
Men
you
cheat
this.
sloppy. Men cheat sloppy. Women cheat.
Smart.
Hell yeah, investigator smart. Like I ain't
Yeah.
gonna get caught. Like if you get caught, I feel like if a woman get caught cheating, she wants to get caught.
Yeah, I agree.
Hell
Because we
yeah.
way more
That
we're
means she
always two
tired of
steps
you.
ahead.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
tired of your shit. Fuck it, nigga. Here go
But
the
most of the
phone.
time when we cheat or whatever, it's we're just texting a nigga or they giving us time and you at work and you ain't really studying us and we talking on the phone with this nigga and we texting this nigga. He tell me good morning, how beautiful I am. That's what we
You,
do.
you
It's
don't
all
think that's cheating?
emotional.
Let me ask you a question.
I didn't say it wasn't. I said that's what we do when it comes to that.
Yeah,
Because
because
it's an
women cheat.
emotional attachment.
Yeah, because y'all women. But let me say this: a lot of women do this a lot. I don't understand this right here. Is that you guys allow a man to do that, text you like that, but if a girl takes a man's phone like that,
Are we
he's
going off?
entertaining. He's entertaining.
You
Y'all hate
goddamn
entertaining.
right.
Yeah,
Fucking right.
that's not
Because
right though.
we know what it's gonna lead to. And it's not right.
That's
Neither
not
of it
right
is
though.
right. Like being emotionally, a nigga text you good morning, you got your feelings out. That's cheating. That's
You're
not
supposed to
right.
listen, man. I just feel like this: cheating, don't cheat sloppy. I tell anybody this. I just
Don't
tell
cheat,
everybody.
period. I do not
Hey,
condone cheating, y'all.
don't cheat. Period.
Don't
well, I'm gonna say
cheat,
this.
period. I don't
If you
condone
wanna
it at
Nobody
all.
I know
cheat,
cheats.
Leave if you want to cheat. It's not worth it.
leave.
But I'm gonna drop a bomb. I'm gonna drop a bomb on this show right here. Listen, I have seen every woman. I'm probably gonna get. I done seen a lot of women in my lifetime cheat. I done
Okay,
seen
is it physical, emotional?
both of them is
Both?
cheating. Both of them is cheating. If
Which
you
way
if
though? Cheating how? I know they both cheating, but what are they doing? It's emotional,
talking
right?
to another man,
Mm-hmm.
going out with another man, spending time with another man, sleeping with another man, that's cheating. Because everything you girls look at us and say cheating, it's the same thing on y'all. That's cheating. I can't listen. If I'm in a relationship and I leave and I go confine in another girl, then that's cheating to you, girl, to you guys.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I
so it's
agree.
vice versa. So if you go
I
and confine,
agree.
yeah. So
I'm
listen, what
not
I'm
against
saying.
it.
No, I know you're not. I'm saying so. That's why, like I said, we cheat for physical. We cheat easy. Listen, if you got a relationship at the house, we ain't cheating hard. Like the cheating got to be fast and it got to be easy. Like the girl I'm gonna talk to, she got to be easy. And when I say easy, it got to be, like okay, I'm gonna give you some, and it got to be fast. You see what I'm saying?
Damn. Is that
So
what?
let me ask you a question.
Yeah, I'm just being
Have you
real.
ever failed for a woman emotionally that you cheated with?
No,
Because he compartmentalized it. It was just sex. It wasn't to
that's
be.
it. That's
It,
it.
it wasn't for him to be with her, and
And I
that's
don't.
something that us as women we have a really hard time dealing with. But and
Mm-hmm.
I said that on our on your last show though. I said that when a man need is a fat ass to walk past him.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
But I
Face
used to lie
ugly.
too and cheat,
Don't look like shit. Just a fat ass.
just a
That's
fat
and
ass.
it.
and
No
that's why.
ambition. No
But that's
brain. No
easy.
nothing.
But that's the easy, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, man.
Yeah,
That's the easy. We
because
men
they
just like
don't go
that.
to cheat trying to leave you. They go to cheat because apparently we wasn't doing something. Which I still don't understand.
Nah,
I
No,
think
nah,
you.
it's
It
kind
don't
of
even
dumb
have to be
shit.
that, Jazz. We could be doing
nah.
everything, and they still find a reason to
Yeah,
go
we'll
do
just
what they
we'll just
want.
go. Listen, the guys who used to cheat, because black men don't cheat no more. So
Boy,
when
bye.
when they
Shit.
used to cheat, so when they
Y'all the
used to
biggest
cheat,
cheaters.
so when they used to cheat, you know what I'm saying? It's just the easy part. She got a fat ass, and it's easy. I can get her.
But let me help you understand something more. Like, even though y'all think it's physical, we as women are never going to think that. Guess what we're gonna do? Well, what she
Not
do
if I'm
better than
paying
me?
you. Not
What
if
does
I'm
she do
paying you.
better than me? What is it
Oh
that I'm
yeah,
not doing? What is it that she got on me? Is it something that you like that she's doing that I'm not?
for sure.
I think if you gonna cheat, I tell a lot of men if you gonna cheat, get you a prostitute, man, where there's no feelings gonna be involved.
Well, so y'all gonna pay for it?
Might as well because all the feelings and emotions is not
Ooh-wee.
attached. She's not. Look, guess what a prostitute not gonna do? A prostitute is not gonna call your phone and say, "Hey, I'm fucking your man."
But you
She's
get what?
only.
What about the risk though? What about the risk? Cause you can still get shit using a
Yeah, but
condom. What
when I
about
say a
the
prostitute,
risk?
I'm not talking about a street walk. I'm talking about just a female. But you're right
So,
though. No, I said you're right. You're right though. A lot of
because
listen.
you know what? A lot of times the
Nobody thinks
females.
about. Hold on. Nobody thinks about condoms like that either though. I hate to say that.
But let me
That's a.
tell you
That's I
something.
hate to say that.
Let me tell you
Jazz.
something.
Huh?
Nobody thinks about condoms like that.
But let me say something more. A
Condoms.
lot of people
See,
who
you
out
forgot
here, a
even where
lot of
condoms
women.
were sold at.
Listen, it's a lot of innocent people out here who get shit from sleep because their other person is sleeping with somebody else. It's
Yeah,
a
hell
lot of
yeah.
people who are not hoes. It's a lot of people out here who are actually loyal to the person that they with, and they get shit because the person that they with was not loyal to them.
You right. You most definitely right. And they get that's called they get caught in the crossfire.
And
Because
then
we're going
what?
to be honest. Because we're going to be honest, man. A lot of people who cheat don't use condoms.
That's bad.
It is.
Um.
But
That's
that's why.
So
But
bad.
listen though. But that's why I'm with you on what you said though. Listen, it is bad, but that's why you are like how you are. That's why you don't play those type of games.
That's bad.
Do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying, Jay? Because y'all get some women do have that mind frame of saying, you know what? That's why I don't mess with nobody.
so let me say this because I got a different standpoint on it.
Talk to me.
I um, whoo, that's rough. That's rough because while it's a concern, I'm still doing what I want to do. Like You're gonna wear one for sure. What? You're not. First of all, it's my concern isn't even what you could give me other than a baby, and it should be. But my biggest concern is you giving me this baby for you to not help me raise it. That is my biggest concern right now.
Girl, no.
Yeah, I understand,
That
but
means, oh, girl,
you
no.
get it different. Let me tell you something. A lot of women, I'm a man. I'm giving y'all a perspective of a black man, and I know other people, man, that ain't every man. Let me tell you something. When you're vibing with somebody and you meet them and y'all kicking it and y'all drinking, of course we're supposed to be responsible adults. But come on now, who's 100% responsible? Because some of us still text and drive, some of us drink and then get in our car and drive. So sometimes when we interact and I'm feeling you and you feeling me, man, sometimes some things happen. And when things happen, man, sometimes it might be a conversation where go get the condom. Had that happened before? Of course it has. But also it happens where it's supposed to go get the condoms, but I didn't get to go get the condoms, and we still end up having sex without them.
It really just depends on the person.
Because sometimes it goes crazy though. Because
Cause
listen, three shots
it
to him,
happens.
man, you don't know
Has
what's
it
gonna
never
happen.
happened? Yes. Like, don't think that niggas is the only ones who think that way.
That's
I as
what
a
I'm saying.
woman, I as a woman think that way. Like, I promise you, if I'm trying, if I'm trying to get to it, baby, I'm
What you
getting
like?
to
Fuck
that.
that con.
I'm getting to that. I got a plan right now, and my plan is to get my back cracked. So I guess right now I don't give a fuck about that. I came here to get my back blown out. I did not come here for none of that other motherfucking conversation. It happens. That's not the goal though. Like, I plan
Right.
ahead so more
Right.
times than not. I learned a long time. Okay, so me and sex started real early in life. So I learned a lot of things about it real early in life. So I kind of 90% of the time, whether you have a condom or not, I do. You're not gonna catch me.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna catch me slipping. I'm
And
sorry.
they will try to catch you slipping.
I'm gonna catch you slipping first. So
Mm-hmm.
it really depends on the person. Cause if I got here and we were unprepared and we're already in the middle of this, by golly gee, I'm already in the middle of this.
Yeah.
I'm already here. I'm already doing this. So,
But do you sometimes feel like you have regret
uh,
after?
yes,
Me
yes, I
too.
do.
Me
Yes,
too.
I
Me
fucking
too.
do.
Like, why did you do that?
Like, and it's so much worse. It's so much worse because why
Yes.
like that? Because had you fucked me
Yes.
like that with a condom, I probably wouldn't feel like this. But you did that shit raw. Oh, buddy. Oh, I am stressing.
Man, so many thoughts going through your head.
Boy, I'm
Like,
over here trying to figure out, did you eat today? What? No. Why do I care? Why do I care that you ate today? You got gas in your car? You need some new shoes? Like, bitch, that is not your man. But it is, though.
mm-hmm.
But it is, though. And that's why we can't be out here just giving it up to everybody.
And that's another thing that causes toxic situations.
Sure do.
When you,
Hell yeah,
yes,
especially if you get in a relationship when it
yeah,
starts with the sex. Oh,
yep. Because us as women, as soon as we have
like,
sex, we get in our feelings. I have to
we'll
be
get in our
honest. We get
real
in our
deep.
feelings. You my nigga.
We take a deep dive off in them feelings, baby.
You hear me? You my nigga at this point.
You
Like,
my nigga.
like, hey,
I'm
you
sorry for your
know.
loss. I don't know about the rest of your hoes, but you might as well go cut them off because I'm finna run them over.
Hello?
And I drive a
Hello?
Jeep, so I'm good.
Big wheels on it.
Baby, I'm leaving tire tracks on your ass.
Vroom, vroom.
Don't ask about me. Ask about me, baby.
Okay.
Don't do that to me.
Girl.
It's certain crazy people I wouldn't fuck with, and I am one of them. I am. Sure I am. Don't make me like you off the sex. Make me like you off of your emotions. Because if I like you off the sex, I'm definitely gonna make you a hoe. You gonna be my hoe. You think I'm your hoe? No, you my hoe. I promise you that. And this is what condoms are important, kids.
It is.
Don't be silly. Wrap your willy.
We over here and we grown over here. We do recommend that you wrap it up. Safe
Safe
sex
sex
is the
is
way to go.
safe sex. Okay.
Definitely.
And safe sex is not just about physically. I mean mentally too. Because I swear to God, raw sex is going to fuck
It
her
will
up.
fuck up your
It will
mental.
fuck you up.
It will fuck up your mental. Okay.
Oh my God. It is
Just
going
sex,
to,
period.
baby.
Just
It's
sex,
a
period. When it come to women, sex, period, will just fuck up your mental.
baby. And don't let it be when don't let me really be in the mood. Yeah, you really done stress me out now.
Yeah.
You done really stress me out. I think that's definitely how them toxic ass relationships start. I done been. No, that's not how toxic relationships start. That's how toxic situationships start. And I know that for a fact because I done been in
Yeah,
one.
situationships. Oh, those are the worst. You know what I tell people? I am not a good side chick. Because if Shirley call me, bitch Barbara telling.
Barbara telling.
Don't call my phone with that shit.
Let me
You
You
ask
talk
know
to
you
your
this:
man
what?
about that.
when is it the
That's
best
why I
time to
said
stop
do
being
not
toxic?
put.
You said what, born?
When is it the best time to just stop being toxic?
I think it's best to not be it at all. Like,
No,
don't
but
start.
what
Exactly.
about if you toxic? Okay, look, if you toxic, I'm toxic, right? And I say, okay, I don't want to be toxic no more. What is the procedure to go through to not be toxic no more?
You gotta
You
grow
gotta
up.
heal yourself. You gotta look within. You gotta
You gotta
find out
grow
what
up.
your issue is personally. Like you gotta start with you first.
So
Because you
the
gotta
people
figure
who
out what
listening,
your
who want to
toxic traits
listen,
are.
that's something that the people, because you listen, man, we got a lot of people who gonna really listen to this. You know what I'm saying? So all jokes aside, we did have some fun, good topics and conversation. But you're gonna have people who gonna listen to this, and most definitely we want to share and be like, yo, the people who are toxic, because we already gave examples when we was toxic or dealing with toxic people. So some of us want to know how can you get out of a toxic relationship, or how can you stop being toxic.
Well, I would say if you're in a toxic relationship, the moment you see red flags, pay attention. Take time to get to know the person that you're dealing with.
Yes.
Do not rush into anything. It's okay to go slow and steady. It always wins the race.
Slow and steady runs the race, baby.
Love is patient.
Love is
And I'm
kind.
just saying, exactly. So take the time to get to know your person. Do not rush because when you rush into things, you're gonna grow. You're going into something with their representative versus the person who they really are. So
Who that?
just take your time. Take your time.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you can deal with those red flags, be my guest. But if you know that you cannot, don't
Don't
even
stay
enter the
there.
situation.
Yeah,
Period.
fact. I think at the end of the day, toxic relationship, unhealthy relationship, whatever that you got going on, man. If you feel like that it's draining you down and mentally, physically, spiritually, most definitely take time and remove yourself from those type of situations.
I
We don't want
agree.
nobody to ever have to go through a toxic relationship and beat
Yep.
themselves down. So
Not
I agree with
especially,
everybody.
especially being like I said at the beginning. I've been the toxicity and I've experienced it. Don't do that shit. Don't do that
No,
shit. Don't do it. Don't do it.
it's not
Don't do
worth
it.
it.
It
It's
ain't
not worth
nothing
your
worth
mental
that.
health. It's not worth your physical health. It's not worth any of that. And I'm telling you, it will put you in a bad mental space.
You gonna
Don't
be
do it.
sick out here. You start doing that.
Don't do it.
Honest, you know what, Born? My answer to your question is quite similar to quite similar. Damn, I can't talk today. So
It's
what
okay.
Lakeisha said, like if you see the red flag, pay attention to what's going on here. Please pay attention. And if it's something you can handle, it's something you can work past, then by all means, do you, boo.
How
Do
many
you.
red flags is it to make toxic?
Uh,
One.
I'm
That's me.
see,
It's at least take three now.
now see, I'm fucked up.
One.
I'm fucked up. It's 5 letters in the word toxic, so I guess five.
Yeah, something like
One.
that. It gotta be.
Because my stupid
Nah,
ass see red
you looking
flags and
for?
things.
You gonna marry God? You gonna marry a spiritual person or something one day? Why?
My stupid ass gonna be over.
Mhm.
I promise you, I'll be over here seeing red flags, and I'm thinking we
Yeah,
don't went
cause
to
she's talking
Six
about
Flags.
one red flag. Like a red flag could be here on like the
Yeah, because that one red flag could be crucial.
Okay,
You
well,
gotta
what about if that
understand
one
that.
red flag ain't crucial?
If it
But what
ain't
if it
crucial, then it's
is?
different. But if it's crucial, one red flag is enough. What that nigga beat my ass?
Hey,
You know
you know
what?
what we need to do with you know what we need to do with we need to create a hot seat because you have those answers. You got those type of answers where like you need to teach a seminar or something for women. Put them in these hot seats. Make them understand what's going on, what toxic is. Toxic is one red flag, you toxic. You hear that, Jazz?
I heard
Goddamn
it, but
right.
am I listening? Because I told you Toxic got
You
5
goddamn right.
That's
letters.
me. Toxic is at least five. It's at least five.
You're very toxic.
Who?
Toxic got 5 letters in it.
Off the top. It
One
got
red
to.
flag,
And
y'all.
Six
One.
Flags got 6 flags. And I like roller coasters, so we.
And that's what
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
gonna
but
be, a
listen
up and
though.
down
That's what
Sometimes
it's gonna
situation.
be, baby. Let me
can
tell
you
you.
fix the toxic person in a relationship before it's too late?
No,
Can I
no,
fix the person? No. Can I fix my own
no.
toxic behavior? Yes.
Yes.
I'm talking about if that person toxic and y'all said how y'all be like, damn, I love him, but I can't leave.
You know what it really
No.
boils down to? While toxic has a, Webster's dictionary definition, you also have to make your own personal definition of what it is. Because at the end of the day, where I say toxic got 5 letters, so it got you got 5 flags of me. La just said she got one. You know what I'm saying? And that's her definition of it. She said, let me tell you something. Right now, I can tell you I'm not fucking with this, so I'm not fucking with you. Okay, cool.
I'm not
And
fucking with it.
that's her choice. And I respect the shit out of it because you could also be dealing with somebody like me who gonna keep on taking you through that. That's toxic. You gonna keep on dealing with it? That's up to you. So you
Until
gotta
that
make your
person
own
fix you. But what
definition.
about if that person fix you? What about if that person fix you
This is not
before it's
about
too
me.
late?
It should never be about me fixing you or you fixing me. You gotta
No, it
fix
is
Fix
about
yourself.
something when you're in a
yourself. Fix
relationship. It's called
You
yourself.
gotta
team
fix
play.
Yes.
yourself to be the person that I want to be with. Now that I can say,
Yeah, but you gotta. But listen though, a lot of relationships are going strong because they each fix themselves in the relationship. A lot of women stay with men. A lot of you women, man, I give a lot of props to because you do stay with a lot of men when they going through substance abuse, when they trying to find themselves, and sometimes a lot of women, believe it or not, I'm telling you, they end up staying and watching that man grow. And then that's why if y'all listen to some of these people they've been around, they'll say, man, some relationships I've been talking for 20 years, 30 years. I've been with this woman 15 years. That's a lot of growth. Believe it or not, in 15 years or 20 years, man, you can go down different directions in life.
you sure in the hell can.
You see what I'm saying? And it takes a strong person to stay because listen, it fluctuates. Things do fluctuate. You got it, you don't got it. Sometimes I see men depend on the woman to pay all the bills at the moment. Sometimes women gotta depend on the man to pay the bills at the moment. And then sometimes they happy, they sad. So you gotta be able to grow also. Even sometimes when you do see toxic or red flags, because Law said one red flag is over with. We do
Damn right.
say, me and you just said 5 times kinda. So maybe the third time, the third flag we see, maybe that's it. Then
You
we
know
can
what?
start working it.
My answer is really a mix of both because, like I said, what is the flag though?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Exactly.
if the flag is big enough, then fuck the other
Gotta
three
go.
flags you had.
Exactly. Exactly.
If the flag
But
is big enough, I'm just telling you, you got a couple chances to
of
fuck
course,
up.
I
I
think
said
bringing the baby.
one.
Listen, I think bringing the baby home from cheating. I think that's the ultimate, right? That's the ultimate, right?
You know what? No, I
Yeah,
think
that's a big red flag for me. I'm
that's a
sorry. I'm
real
gonna
No,
be
I
big
honest
know
with
red
that's
you.
flag.
past red flag. I said if you do that, that's all 5 of them in one time, right?
If you bring me something home, yeah.
He said
Okay,
a baby.
if you bring a baby, but see, I get it too though. No, a lot
If
of
you
women
bring
stay
me a
with
baby
men.
or a disease home, it's done.
A lot of women stay with men who bring them diseases
And
though.
they do.
And they
A lot
do.
of
I mean,
women do.
shit, certain diseases you can't get rid of. So I completely understand because let me just say,
No,
if
it's
I
either
end
one that
up
they can
with
get
some,
rid of. Jazz, it be the ones that they can get rid of
Now,
quick
hell
and
no,
they'll
hell
take
no,
them
hell
back.
no. I'm gonna get rid of the shit and you. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of
Because
that
that
shit.
means you didn't even care about me enough to wrap it up.
You
Man,
didn't.
that's easy. That's easy for you to say that, Jazz. I'm
It's
telling
easy for me to do too. You brought me something home, and the moment I find out, I'm getting rid of you,
you.
and then the second I get rid of it, you bet, nigga, I never
Yeah.
knew you. I never knew you. Now, don't get me wrong. I that is so hard for me to say because I don't never want to be cheated on again. I don't ever want to cheat again. That shit is ugly. It is ghetto, and it should not be
It
fucking done.
is.
If you claim you love that person, love them enough to be honest enough to say, I feel like this, and this is what I want to do
Or
about it. But I'm
just
not gonna do it because I'm
leave.
not gonna
I
hurt
don't
you,
think I
or
ever.
I'm gonna
I
get the
don't
fuck
know if
out.
I ever been cheated on.
I know for a fact I've been cheated on. I know for a fact that I've cheated, and what I
I
can
have
say
been.
is
Is
Yeah.
that me being conceited or
no,
cocky?
that means no, because quite honestly, you
That
don't
means
know
she
that women
dumb.
are quite crafty and we are pretty creative with this cheating shit. So you might
She
not
said that
fucking
me.
know.
Oh, what about this? Do that mean I didn't care? Could be I didn't care about a relationship.
Okay,
It
so
could
have
be
you
that.
cheated? Have you cheated?
Y'all gotta stay tuned for my next episode coming out to the Born Rich Club podcast.
Okay, we'll be listening. You can go ahead
Y'all,
and
y'all,
plug
y'all will
your. You
get
can go
all
ahead and
that.
plug. Go ahead and plug your
Okay,
shit.
fat plug, wasn't it?
Go
Yeah,
on
man.
and
It's your
plug
boy
your
Lane
shit.
OXL, man. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all want to see what live? Y'all want to see what Jazz and them wanted me to answer? Y'all just gotta stay tuned, man, to
That's wild.
Wednesday, and then we're gonna drop a whole brand new episode of Born Rich Club podcast. But I love this. I love this platform. This platform. I love this. As soon as we get done, I'm gonna post this on my page if I can. Can I post this?
You sure
Yeah,
can.
Yes, I'm gonna post this. I want people to go on. I love this right here. This dope right here. I like this.
I enjoy
And
your
make
plug.
sure,
Let me
yeah,
say this.
make sure that y'all do go ahead and check out the Born Rich Club on YouTube. Go make sure that y'all listen to their pilot episode when they do an introduction. And I guess they'll be dropping shit every week.
Nah,
And
we're gonna be dropping
yeah,
every 2 weeks. But yeah,
every
y'all
two
hit,
weeks.
yeah, for sure. Thank you. For sure, man. Y'all come go like and subscribe too. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Just let us run us up. Look, man, two best friends having a podcast, talking, being funny, being serious, just a bunch of laughs. Just the same way as this. This is awesome right here to just
And y'all
be
might
able to
catch
do
me
this.
on there one day.
Facts. Hell yeah. Off the top. Signing off. Everybody, love. Y'all be
Hold on,
safe.
let
Be
Jan say
careful.
what she wanted to say
Yeah,
real
let me
quick.
say.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Nah, don't forget about me. You can't forget me. Once
Everybody
I
want
Okay.
to talk like they
there,
got
I'm
something
there.
to say.
I always got something to say. You knew this.
No, I was gonna say a song for you.
Oh, not a song for me. What I was gonna say was this: while cheating is a red flag, you got one time to do it with me, and this is why I say that.
Dang.
I think
Mm.
it's rough to say that, but I'm being quite honest right now. You got one time with me. You got
What?
one
Yeah,
time with me,
I agree.
and I say
I
that
No.
agree.
because if I can handle a problem if we're gonna fix it. I'm a solutions person, so I can handle a problem if we're gonna fix it. But if you're gonna be a repeat offender and we're gonna keep on going over the same shit every single
Right.
time, no, I'm not gonna
At
keep on
least
repeating
allow your man
myself.
to cheat 3 times.
No,
What?
no,
Get
no.
it out.
What the
Let him get
fuck?
it out.
Get it
No.
out. Why did
No,
you get
you got
in?
one time to cheat on me. Listen. I'm still growing out of my get back era, so I'll probably try to cheat back, and it's not gonna be
What
a
I'm
hard
saying is,
try. It'll be an
women should
easy
let
try.
men cheat for 1 full year
Yeah,
and then watch.
Boy, bye.
let me find out you've been cheating on me for a year. You gonna be single as fuck that same day. That
All
same day.
right,
And
so
like she said, it depends on what the flag is. It depends on what the flag is, really.
Well, y'all, I did have a great, 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 great conversation with y'all. Jazz, do you have any words that you would like to close out with before, I close down the show for tonight?
Sure. Just y'all listen. Toxic relationships are not good, so don't do it. And honestly, figure out what your definition of toxic is and stand on it. Just stand on what you stand on because at the end of the day, everybody's toxic doesn't look the same as everybody else's. And you got to figure out who you are and what your limits are. That's just what that boils down to.
I agree with Jazz. I do thank you for tonight's episode. We had a great show tonight, and I
Yes, we
appreciate
did.
you for always pulling up
Girl,
I'll be wanting you to pull up to the next one.
pull up game
So
strong.
yeah, I thank you for taking the time out to come on tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and end the show.
Okay.
And yeah,
All right, bye y'all.
bye, Jess. All right, y'all. So thank y'all so much for catching us live tonight. And we grown over here today, Jazz and myself and Born Rich were able to talk about toxic relationships. They gave off some really great points, and I do appreciate having different perspectives of the situation or the topic. And yeah, make sure y'all catch us the next time. And I appreciate y'all. Have a good night.